You know, I've lived in the mountains of Western North Carolina my entire life. 99% of the outdoor stuff that I've done, hunting and fishing and hiking and riding motorcycles or four-wheelers, whatever. All the stuff that I've done right here in these mountains. One thing that I've found out though is you got to have some grit to you. You got to have a little toughness, a little grit. You're not gonna lay around on the couch all the time and just decide that you're gonna get out in these mountains and put in 4 or 5 miles going up and down the hills. And as you can tell, I'm breathing hard. But I'm telling you, bro, it kills them dead. Better than a hammer. I've walked all the way up this mountain this morning, actually before daylight, trying to get on some turkeys I heard the other day. And I haven't heard anything this morning. Thought maybe I might, but I hadn't heard anything. But if you're gonna hunt these mountains, you gotta have a little toughness to you. I'm definitely not like I used to be, for sure. I've got older. But these mountains are steep. These mountains are rough. And sometimes to get to where the game is, you gotta dig down deep. Your legs hurt, your lungs hurt, my whole body hurts sometimes. But to hunt here, you gotta have some grit. If you're gonna be successful, if you're gonna have any kind of success and get on the animals and everything, you've gotta have a little grit to you. I was coming up steepest part, coming up the mountain today, and I got to thinking about 2 Timothy, I think it's chapter 2 verse 3. When Paul was talking to Timothy, he said, thou therefore endure hardness like a good soldier of Jesus Christ. You know, sometimes we as Christians, we just need to toughen up. We need to have a little grit, a little spiritual grit to us. But what I've noticed though sometimes is sometimes Christians aren't very bold. They don't have no grit, no spiritual grit to them. You know, this life is not always going to be easy. We know that. Matter of fact, I think Paul told Timothy too that, you know, yea, all that live godly shall suffer persecution. But you know, sometimes folks, we just need to toughen up. We're not immune to the hardships and the tough times and the things that's going to happen to us in this life. I mean, we're going to suffer loss. We're going to suffer persecution. We're going to suffer just walking in this life and just being this life. It's going to be hard. There's just going to be hard things that's going to come our way. And you know something? I've always thought, and I've prayed several times in my life, Lord, when something hard comes into my life, don't let me act like an unbeliever. Don't let me act like that I don't have no hope and I don't have no faith and that I'm thinking that the world's falling in around me. You know, I've asked the Lord just to give me the spiritual fortitude, the grit, so to speak, to stand up in troubling times and to trust Him when life gets hard, and trust Him when I suffer loss, and trust Him when things don't go the way I think they ought to, or at least the way I want them to. You know, I've walked up this mountain this morning and hoping to get on a turkey, but it's not happened so far. I was on one the other day and I come back to the same spot, and I've heard one gobbler way off the mountain, but I still had to come up the mountain. Even though things didn't go the way I wanted it, I still had to climb this mountain. My legs is burning, my lungs is burning, but you just got to have some grit. Children of God, we need to have some spiritual grit, and we just need to be bold, and we need to toughen up a little bit and put the work in so that we can be a soldier of Jesus Christ.